Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 123rd commencement ceremony for Brunswick High School. Today, we will graduate the class of 2022. At this time, will the BHS senior choir members and Mrs. Higgins please come forward and report to the right of the stage? And at this time, I would like to ask our senior class officers to come forward to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Austin Weinhauer, Gianti Upadhyay, D.I. Gabrielle Tice, Madison Paletta, Leah Hoover, Cassandra Kabasic, and Zachary Eisen. Please come forward to lead us in the pledge. Ladies and gentlemen, if you notice that the flag is at half staff, the governor and the president had ordered it in memory of COVID that have been lost. So that is why it's at half staff today. Ladies and gentlemen, senior class, please rise. Senior class, please face the flag at the south end of the stadium. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
ahead and go down.
At this time, our mixed symphonic choir will perform Calvary, arranged by Greg Hood and directed by Miss Stephanie Higgins. Thank you, Mixed Symphonic Choir, our seniors, and especially thank you to Adam Kennedy for recording that song for us last night. To our Blue Devil family, at this time, we want to take a moment to remember those family members, friends, and classmates who are unable to be with us today. We ask that our school and our community remember the loss of one of our own from the class of 2022. At this time, we will have a moment of silence in memory of Miss Alyssa Pinardo. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Mrs. Mary Weinhauer, the President of the Brunswick Board of Education, for her opening remarks.
welcome to all the families, staff, and students here today as we honor the Brunswick High School class of 2022. My name is Mary Weinhauer, and I serve as the president of our school board. This is my first year serving in this role, and quite honestly, when I agreed to take on the role, I forgot that giving this speech was part of the job. But here we are. Parents and families, I want to thank you for choosing to send your students to Brunswick City Schools. 13 very, very short years ago, my husband and I chose to trust the educators of Brunswick with our child too. We've traveled this journey with you, and we've seen firsthand the many ways that Brunswick's educators have helped our son to grow. We are so thankful to the teachers, administrators, and members of the support staff who have helped him and his classmates to be prepared for their futures. Graduates, my message to you is this: do what makes you happy. There are over 7 billion people on this planet, but there is only one you. You alone get to decide what path is right for you. Be kind to those other 7 billion people, but also be kind to yourself. Over the last few months, it probably seems like everyone you've spoken to has asked you about your plans for the future. Probably pretty sick of that question by now. I want you to know that even if you've told everyone who's asked you that you're going to be studying microbiology with a focus in fungi, it's okay to change your mind. Even if you wanted to be a police officer since you were 6 years old, and everyone knows that you're going to be a police officer, you might change your mind when you see those shiny red trucks at the fire department. That's okay. Changing your mind is not failure. It is not admitting defeat. It's simply changing your mind. Once you do decide on your path, go after it. Don't do it timidly. Do it boldly. Go after your dream job. Start your own company. Find your passion and make it your career. Aim for the stars so if you fall short, you land on a cloud. Life is simply too short and too precious to waste. I consider myself a pretty decent writer, but I really struggled with this speech. I realize the enormity of this privilege that I have of being able to address you all here today. And I struggled to find the right message to deliver. In trying to write this, the lyrics to a song kept creeping into my thoughts, so I'll leave you with these words written by Ben Stennis and Matt Rogers. If you've got a chance, take it. Take it while you've got a chance. If you've got a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. If you're going to love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can until you can't. So take that phone call from your mama and just talk away, because you'll never know how bad you wanna till you can't someday. Don't wait on tomorrow, because tomorrow may not show. Say your sorries, your I love yous, because man, you never know. Graduates, cherish your time. This is your life and no one else's. Lead it the way you want to lead it. We only get one life, so don't squander it. Graduates, we are proud of you and excited for you. As a BHS graduate, your roots will forever be here in Brunswick, and those roots are strong. No matter how far you travel, know that your hometown community is cheering you on. Now go enjoy the good old days as they unfold in front of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Weinhauer. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Brunswick City Schools, Mr. Jason Niedermeyer.
Good morning. I would like to take a moment and welcome you to the Class of 2022 Commencement Ceremony. Parents, grandparents, family members, and staff, thank you for being here today, and thank you especially for all that you have done to support and guide our graduates. I do want to take a moment and recognize our graduates who have chosen to serve our country. Would our graduates who have enlisted in a branch of our military please stand? Thank you for your commitment to serve our country. We are proud of you. And to the class of 2022, congratulations on this major milestone. Your journey to this stage has not been easy and has been anything but typical. Despite all these curveballs thrown your way, you've been resilient. You have persevered to get to this big moment in your life. The idea of a big moment has really captured my attention. Your lives, our lives, will be filled with big moments. Today's commencement ceremony, next week's prom, taking the first steps in your career path, being part of the military, graduating from college, having a family of your own. But with each big moment, there's a trap. And that trap is a belief that you are at your very best right now. As we send you off today, I want to invite you to challenge yourself to avoid that trap and to work hard to be better tomorrow than you are today. Most importantly, I encourage all of us to be better people tomorrow than we are today. Every morning as I drive down Excellence Drive on my way to work, I'm inspired by the blue lights that shine from the top of the Heron Park archway at our baseball complex. It is a daily reminder for me as the superintendent of this great school district that today is an opportunity to grow and be better than I was yesterday. Every morning I think about Josh's mantra, win the day. So how do we win the day? This year, one of the highlights for me has been the work that we have done with the Portrait of a Graduate initiative. Over the past 2 months, our school community, including many students from the class of 2022, has engaged in a process to make 21st century learning a reality for all students. A Portrait of a Graduate is a collective vision that articulates our community's aspirations for all of our students. During one of our first meetings, our facilitator asked us, what advice would we give ourselves as a brand new graduate from high school? My answer was, believe in yourself. The best way to win the day is to believe in yourself. As Brunswick graduates, you have all been given such incredible gifts. You've been taught by talented teachers. You've made meaningful relationships with many of our staff members who care deeply about you. You've been supported by your family, your friends, and the entire Brunswick community. You have every right and reason to believe in yourself. Today, I wish our class of 2022 nothing but the best. Go out and make the world better, and know that your Brunswick family is rooting for you every step of the way. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Niedermeyer. BHS Orchestra senior class members, please report to the right side of the stage to Mrs. Roman at this time. At this time, will the top 10 students in the class of 2022 please report to the stage for the presentations of the top 10 medals. Lucas Shedlock, Molly Coleman, Cassandra Kubasik, Elise Horton, Mara Gertstack, Clarissa Feitel, Daniel Cornello, Caleb Blasik, Morgan Beckler, and Hannah Beal. It's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce you to these top 10 students in the class of 2022. An honor such as this is a wonderful way for our school and community, come on up guys, for our school and community to recognize and celebrate the choices and the sacrifices they have made. The following students achieved this prestigious honor with support and encouragement of their parents, their teachers, as well as their desire to excel academically. Starting off, Hannah Beal, a GCC scholar athlete, playing volleyball and taking after her dad's love of history as the NHS historian, Hannah will be heading to Ohio University, where she will study computer science. Hannah would like to thank her parents, Luke and Stacy Beal. Morgan Beckler, a National Merit finalist, volleyball team captain, Link commissioner, Morgan will be taking her talents south, saying Roll Tide, to the University of Alabama, where she will major in biology. Morgan would like to thank her parents, Tammy and Chad Beckler. Caleb Blasek, one of 3 National Merit finalists from Brunswick this year. Caleb has earned several associate degrees over the last 4 years and will be attending Baldwin Wallace University, where he will be studying pre-medicine, pre-allied health. Caleb would like to thank his parents, Alfred and Susan Blasek. Derek Cornello, heading to the Queen City of Ohio as a Bearcat. A member of NHS, BHS, baseball, and football, Derek will attend the University of Cincinnati, where he will major in computer science. And Derek would like to thank his parents, Jeff and Amanda Cornello. Clarissa Feitel, on the BHS tennis team, a member of Link and Voft. Clarissa will be attending the University of Mount Union, where she will be majoring in biology with a minor in neuroscience. Clarissa would like to thank her parents, Stefan and Jean Feitel. Mara Gertzak, a member of the National Honor Society, an AP scholar. Mara will be taking her marching band leadership skills west to the University of Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish, where she will major in chemical engineering. Mara would like to thank her parents, Meredy and Keith Gertzak. Elise Horton, state qualifier in swimming, huddle leader, member of NHS. Elise will be wearing scarlet and gray at the Ohio State University, where she will major in environmental engineering. Elise would like to thank her parents, Lynn and Mitch Horton. Cassandra Kubasik, design editor for the yearbook, senior class officer, a member of NHS. She will be heading to the capital of Ohio, where she will also be attending the Ohio State University, where she will study business. Cassandra would like to thank her parents, Angela and Greg. Molly Coleman, cross country, Link, Huddle, NHS member. Molly will be a member of the Buckeye Nation as well at the Ohio State University, where she will be majoring in business. Molly would like to thank her parents, Beth and Matt Coleman. And the sprinter who came down the center, Mr. Blue Devil himself, National Merit finalist, State National Qualifying Academic Challenge team member, Lucas Shedlock will be wearing black and orange at Princeton University, where he will further his studies in mathematics. Lucas would also like to thank his parents, Heather and Michael Shedlock. Ladies and gentlemen, the top 10 seniors in the class of 2022. Congratulations, guys. Go back. The senior orchestra will perform Carry On by Fun, arranged by Patrick Rozelle and directed by Mrs. Valerie Roman.
you, BHS Senior Orchestra members and Mrs. Roman, for that wonderful performance. At this time, Senior Wind Ensemble members, please report to Mr. Arabar up front to the left. At this time, I would also like to introduce to you our two student speakers, Allie Golden and Tyler Hovanek. Students, please remember you each have a water bottle underneath your chair. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our first student speaker, Allie Golden. Allie is a Brunswick High School student who attends the Medina County Career Center, enrolled in the Automotive Technology program. She is a member of the National Honor Society, the BHS Theater, Set, and Running Crew, and she is also the Debate Club president. After graduation, Allie will be attending Cuyahoga Community College for Automotive Technology. Allie stated that BHS has been a special place for her because of the many people and friends she has gotten to know. Allie is the daughter of Brad and Amy Golden. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce to you Miss Allie Golden.
Thank you. Well, hello there. Welcome, family, friends, others, people who are here to support us. It is my pleasure to be speaking in front of each and every single one of you. Now, my government name is Alexandria, but all of you can call me by my various other names. Some of you know me as Allie, or Big Al, or Farmer. I'm also a senior, if that much wasn't apparent, by the cap and the gown. Another thing about me that I think all of you should know is that time bewilders me. You see, minutes, they're a funny thing, made up of 60 seconds, and 60 of them make up an hour, and 1,440 make up an entire day. That brings me to an interesting question. How many minutes total have we spent in the halls of this school? This means going back to the days of nap time and learning to share, up to learning that math doesn't only have numbers, but weird symbols and, for some reason, letters. All the way to walking out of that concrete box we call a high school for the very last time. Now, we know that the average school day has 8 hours. So to get that, I'd have to do a lot of boring math. And 1,123,200 minutes have been spent on instruction. That's crazy, right? That doesn't count the dozens of extracurriculars, whether that's theater, sports, another club, that over 40% of the entire student body participates in. They usually take up extra hours at the end of the school day at specific times throughout the week. Let's not forget the handful of sports games or after-school activities that we hold at the high school. That would be upwards of at least another 200,000 minutes, bringing our grand total to 1,323,200 minutes. Now, you're probably saying that's a whole lot of time. That's a whole lot of numbers. But I have another little statistic for you. The average human makes about 23 decisions per minute, meaning that in the time we have spent in that high school, in the entire school system, we have made over 30 million decisions. That's a lot. Now, again, you're probably asking, why does this matter? Why all the numbers? Why is any of this mattering? The answer to that is we've made so many decisions, we've spent so much time in these buildings, whether that's learning academically or socially. Now it's time for us to leave and go on to another part of our lives. It's time to make some final decisions before the rest of the world grabs us and takes us on the adventure we call life. It is now time to see if we spread our wings and soar, or if we unfortunately crash and burn. We've had our trial run. We've spent 13 years of our lives in the same institution, and it's time for change. I know, I just said a bad word, change. But it's important. How we change dictates the rest of our lives. Our change could be as simple as change in location for furthering education, or it could be a whole new job and set of skills that need to be learned. Change is fantastic for those who embrace it, and it's not the only thing like that. time is a poetic thing. It can bring opportunity or hardship, but it is up to the person to utilize that time. So now I leave you with this. You have spent so many minutes already, and nobody knows how many we actually have, so how will you spend the rest of your minutes? Let's make the best of it. Go absolutely crazy. Utilize your minutes, because now we have free reign of how to spend them. I hope you all make the best of every single minute. And here's to the class of 2022. We finally made it. Thank you, seriously, thank you guys, for giving me this opportunity to speak. Thank you for the teachers who have taught us all so well, and to the staff who has spent more minutes than any of us cleaning that school. Thank you all, and here's to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Allie. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Tyler Hovanek. Tyler is a Link Crew Commissioner, is involved in Huddle, and is the president of the National Honor Society. He also volunteers on mission trips in his free time. In the fall, Tyler will be attending The Ohio State University, double majoring in communications and journalism. Tyler states BHS has been special to him because BHS has always been a welcoming place that has provided him a supportive and encouraging environment where he can be confident in himself and in the decisions he makes. Tyler is the son of Mark and Mary Hovanek. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Tyler Hovanek.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Greetings to the friends, families, teachers, staff, and alumni. And most importantly, congratulations to my fellow peers as the class of 2022. Make some noise. Let's go. For those of you expecting your high school experience to be the same as our favorite coming-of-age films, where the main character finds himself, or a cheesy teenage rom-com on Netflix, all of which are included except Kissing Booth 1, 2, and 3. I'm afraid we were all wrong. Well, we were sort of wrong. The only difference is those films covered 4 years of high school, full of lunches in a courtyard, impromptu dancing in the hallways, random singing, and most importantly, completely in person. For us, each of our coming-of-age films took a very harsh director cut on March 15th, 2020. We were all so shocked, confused, and wondering how the rest of our story would finish with the middle parts cut out. However, as a class, we learned that we didn't need all the full 4 years to create a blockbuster experience, but in fact, taking every moment we did have as a full movie in itself. I felt that as a class, we turned the littlest of moments and memories into the biggest scenes we could have filmed. During our freshman lunch, a group of guys gave a thank you card and flowers to one of our custodians who cleaned up after our lunches, Miss Carino. For you guys listening, that was something I guarantee you and her will always remember. It was the time we spent in the Student Center, where we got absolutely nothing done, but got caught up in talking with each other and enjoying our classmates' presence. As seniors, we sat together on blankets 2 hours before the sun came up for senior sunrise, which we didn't even see because it was blocked by the tree line. However, we didn't need to see the sunrise to enjoy the warmth and the laughter and the happiness we shared. These seemingly unimportant filler scenes put into every movie do not always have a lasting impression on the audience, but I can say with 100% certainty they will forever be remembered as some of our favorite parts. It's the little things that always mean the most in the end. It's remembering the small moments in our everyday lives that we have taken for granted. Throughout the past years, I have learned that if you appreciate the tiniest of things that bring you joy and happiness in the moment, it will forever be the main plot of your story. Wake up each day and notice something you have always taken for granted that sparks radiation and happiness. For me, it's a cup of coffee. It's a cup of coffee with cream and sugar, to be more specific. And I know not everyone out here is a caffeine drinker like me, but you can pick any little thing that you want that brings you joy and to be grateful for. Instead of coffee, it could be tea instead. It could be waking up with your dog next to you in your bed, or the breakfast you cooked for yourself that you were so proud of. It could be a car ride with your best friend, playing music so loud that the car is shaking, and singing every lyric of it even if the destination is 5 minutes away. It could be the run you just went on and the euphoria that came with it, or the harmony in the music that you are playing. It could be hugging your loved ones after the ceremony ends, because they are some of the biggest contributors to your own self. It's the little things. If you can appreciate that, then your appreciation of the bigger things like your relationships and goals will be amplified behind your wildest imagination. Throughout 12 years, we have all stayed in the same course, but now we are free to venture out into a world of opportunity and wonder, fully experiencing our passions and pursuits. Whether you are heading to college, joining the military, finding a job or trade, or pursuing a passion of any other interest, I leave behind a warning to not believe that achieving these goals will lead to our full happiness, because they won't. Because if we are constantly looking to reach the next step of our lives, we will again forget to look at all the good currently around us. Film every second, because in a blink of an eye, your story might end sooner than you expect. Ferris Bueller said it best. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. It's the little things. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. At this time, the Brunswick High School Wind Ensemble will perform the Black Horse Troop March by John Philip Sousa, directed by Mr. Ethan Araybar. Seniors, please head on back to your seats.
Thank you to the BHS Wind Ensemble and Mystery Raybar for that performance. Good afternoon. I am Kimberly Cleel, a member of the class of 2022. On behalf of the senior class, we ask that our family and friends hold their applause or cheering during the presentation of diplomas. We want our family and friends to hear our names announced. Please wait until our last classmate has been called before celebrating our accomplishments. On behalf of the senior class, thank you.
Mrs. Weinhauer, other members of the Brunswick Board of Education, faculty, staff, parents, and guests, at this time, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2022 for the conferring of diplomas. By the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and the Brunswick Board of Education, I attest that those seated before you have completed all graduation requirements and are ready to receive their Brunswick High School diploma. Will the marshals now come forward and report to the first row of seniors? Again, we ask that you honor the ceremony and allow everyone to hear their child's name. We will celebrate the class collectively at the end of the conferring of diplomas. Will the first row of seniors please stand? Readers, board members, please report to your station.
Kevin Michael Christopher Abella. Sorry.
Could the first row of seniors please approach the stage?
My fault. Kevin Michael Christopher Abella.
Olivia Rose Adamini.
Cameron Nicole Adams.
Haley Rebecca Adams.
Raphael Pookie Adnan.
Logan Xavier Adrovet.
Cameron Grace Allen.
Benjamin David Altschuler.
Javon LeBeau Anderson.
Emily Savannah Andolek.
Taylor Leanne Artrip.
Caitlin Marie Askew.
Linda Yvette Azap.
Jeremy David Bailey.
Lauren Rose Bailey.
Joseph Brandon Ballantine.
Dominic Ian Bam.
Logan William Bandy.
Abigail Sophia Bardwell.
Sarah Rachel Barnes.
Elijah William Barnhart.
Melanie Rose Bartzak.
Noah David Bartzak.
Caitlin Elizabeth Basil.
Robert Bedford Bates.
Patrick Russell Baxter.
Hannah Diane Beal.
Dylan Matthew Bedouin.
Samuel Scott Beckett.
Morgan Elizabeth Beckler.
Hope Elizabeth Bednick.
Riley Adam Bate.
Daniel Mercer Burchart.
Tyler Philip Bertemez.
Alana Marie Birch.
Jessica Angeli Bisesar.
Ashley Rose Bizon.
Aiden Lewis Blaha.
Caleb Athanasius Blazek.
Elizabeth Olivia Boak.
Callista Marie Bobula.
Paige McKinnon Bame.
Samantha Rose Bowie.
Sydney Alexandra Bogan.
Jacob Tyler Boger.
LaShawn Deron Bolton.
Lucas Grant Boger. Vincenzo Louis Bonani.
Matthew John Botker.
Owen Michael Bort.
Faith Hannah Burles.
Caden Michael Bowser.
Jillian Grace Brown.
Bailey Joe Brown.
Lauren Ashley Bruscieri.
Jacob Michael Brown.
Avery Lauren Brusda.
Peyton Marie Bruler.
Patrick Ryan Budner.
Isabella Rosa Bryson.
Kaya Lee Bundy.
Aiden Joseph Buhner.
Jacob Robert Bunjevic.
Dakota Rose Burgess.
Zachary Edward Butler.
Jesse Daniel Bird.
Paul Anthony Calvaries.
Brady Alexander Cancian.
Riley Nicole Carpenter.
Kevin John Carey.
Ellie Catherine Casper.
Danielle Marianne Castrogano.
Ethan Michael Caton. Nathan Andrew Chapin.
James Patrick Solera.
Madalena Chaveri.
Jared Michael Chismar.
Gianni Michael Ciora.
Keely Ray Chackey.
Kimberly Elizabeth Cleo.
Alexis Danielle Clark.
Tyler Joseph Kaufman.
Morgan Nicole Coddington.
Cullen Elliott Cole.
Dorian Ray Coleman.
Abigail Elizabeth Ann Collins.
Dalen Nicole Combs.
Mark Jeffrey Conrad.
Victoria Lynn Cooper.
Derek James Cornello.
Daniel James Covert.
Noah Stainbrook Crenshaw.
Benjamin John Thomas Christ.
Legacy Jean Marie Crook.
Andrew John Dukowski.
Hope Catherine Kubik.
Cameron Alexander Cruz.
Caden August Quicklinski.
Nathan John Capidro.
Lana Amin Dakduk.
Hannah Michelle Check.
Mackenzie Paige Doherty.
Madison Amelia Damalis.
Michael Paul Dean.
Kaylin Clayton Davis.
Connor Vincent Decca.
Anthony Joseph Deitch.
Andrew Douglas Deli.
Jenna Nicole Del Rio.
Alyssa Dennis Crespo.
Victoria Faye Dexter.
Clara Jean Devich.
Liam Christoph Dietrich.
Michaela Marie Diligente.
Giuseppe Matteo Di Teodoro.
Damon Brian Dobbins.
Emily Marie Dobriansky.
Nicholas Joseph Dobriansky.
Cameron Kashmir Dobson.
Annalise Hope Daringer.
Caden Joseph Drago.
Amy Michelle Drummond.
Maya Marie Duenas.
Cameron Allen Duncan.
Andrew Lawrence Dunlap.
Sean Joseph Dunley.
Cameron Reese Dunn.
Sean Michael Franklin Durkin.
Sophia Sue Durkin.
Zachary Eden Dusick.
Alyssa Nicole Dye.
Daria Jubinski.
Lindsay Elizabeth Dye.
Taylor A. Eldash.
Gavin Vaughn Eck.
Dylan James Emert.
Lindsay Renee Elswick.
Jacob Andrew Erg.
Kai Alexander Emerlino Oak.
Kendall Page Evilsizer.
Emily Nicole Evanoff.
Nathan Charles Farm.
Zachary John Eisen.
Clarissa Rose Feidel.
Ava Grace Fallon.
Alexander David Finn.
Dominic Vincent Ferraro.
Maya Elizabeth Flannery.
Ryan Christopher Flanagan.
Sarah Morgan Flowers.
Ava Marie Flood.
Ryan David Foote.
Mason Robert Foltz.
Caitlin Marie Fortuna.
Julia Karina Fornaro,
Anthony Scotty Frazier,
Carly Marie Fox,
Austin Michael Frick,
Ryan Timothy Frick,
Robert Vincent Friedel,
Shane Raymond Frimmel,
Ethan Christian Lee Fritz,
Anthony James Fuller,
Aaron Elizabeth Gabriel,
Tori Elizabeth Ganda,
Connor Thomas Garrity,
Garrett Benjamin Gatesman,
Taylor Elaine Gatesman,
Emma Grace Gaddy,
Keith Richard Gatton Jr.,
David Charles Gatis,
Hallie Madison George,
Michael Robert Gatis,
Kaylee Nicole Gibson,
Alexa Nicole Gerber,
Avery Cameron Glaw,
Justin James Gillis,
Ariana Faith Glogie,
Sam Charles Gleski,
Jack Edward Gorecki,
Alexandria Nicole Golden,
Joshua Michael Gotchling,
Daniel Joseph Gorski,
Jack Thomas Gray,
Riley Taylor Goulis,
Alex James Gregg,
Alyssa Mackenzie Gregg,
Brooke Alexis Griffin,
Ashley Ruth Gregory,
Rachel Shannon Griffin,
Timothy Martin Gronert,
Riley Megan Groves,
Matthew Edward Gruz,
Haley Deverin Grin,
Spencer Valent Gruz,
Isabella Lenore Gulata,
Alex Michael Gzhivna,
Mara Estelle Gertzak, Madeline Elise Halfhill,
Kayla Marie Haight,
Braden Michael Hamilton,
Creone C. Hall,
David Joseph Hamrick,
Chelsea Lynn Hamilton,
Gavin Michael Harry,
Chavez Lorenzo Harris,
Nathaniel Jeffrey Heder,
Adelie May Haynes,
Alexander Richard Heilbronn,
Madison Marie Hearns,
Ryan William Helmick,
Daniel Arthur Hellickson,
Josephine Marie Henson,
Haley Rose Hensley,
Alyssa Lee Hicks,
Amber Mystique Hepner,
Charlotte Ann Hill,
Lauren Elizabeth Higgins,
Tristan Daniel Hoffman,
Catherine Elise Lucky,
Dominic Michael Hoyseth,
Andon Thomas Holbrook,
Leah Elizabeth Hoover,
Emily Nicole Horman,
Elise Marie Horton,
Tyler Michael Hovanek,
Mary Josette Rhoda,
Hannah Devin Hemrick,
Craig Michael James Hewlett,
Gracie Elizabeth Hunt,
Jaden Marie Hunt,
Olivia Lee Hunt,
Tyler James Herkman,
Adam Lucian Hyde,
Assad Fauzi Ibrahim Gibson,
Bryden John Jackson,
Matthew Richard Paul Jackson,
Tiana Amani Jackson Robinson,
Casey Nicole Jacobs,
Lauren Elizabeth Jake,
Samantha Lynn Jalovic,
Bryce Jonathan James,
Macy Alexis James,
Michael Allen Jameson,
Evan Scott Gerald,
Caitlin Marie Gerald,
Sasha Jaskolka,
Brennan Patrick Jeffrey,
Carlos Ezekiel Jimenez,
Connor Bryce Jeffrey,
Ozzy Ray Jindra,
Ava Elizabeth Jindra,
Anthony Joseph Johnson Brown,
Alyssa Nicole Kaiser,
Ashley Marie Kalmaz,
Mary Margaret Call,
Alexander Stephen Kavinsky,
Nathan Michael Casimore,
Kylie Diana Kovalik,
Emmanuel David Kafalis,
Owen Travis Kiefer,
Alexander Joseph Keller,
Daniel Robert Keith,
Sierra J. Kelly Hosta,
Rebecca Julie Keller,
Emily Danielle Kinney,
Connor James Kennedy,
Kaylee Nicole Kisner,
Jacob Michael Kish,
Aaron Brennan Nall,
Julie Marie Klenotic,
Cassandra Margaret Kobasic,
Peter William Knobloch,
Molly Elizabeth Coleman,
Ian Edward Koth,
Dawson James Kosh,
Landon Keith Carizel,
Matthew Caden Kovach,
Jacob William Kotelis,
Ileana Kozul,
Abigail Faith Kovanitz,
Colin Christopher Krisak,
Kaya Reese Kresnicki,
James Joseph Kroger,
Thomas Frederick Kriza,
Allison Lauren Cubis,
Alexandra Kulzik,
Morgan Haley Kolka,
Evan James Kowicki,
Abriana Joy Kerlick,
Jacob Walter Cusper,
Taylor Ashley Queeson,
Elijah Everett Leisure,
Krista Paige Lammy,
Allison Joy Lancaster,
Sophia Kathleen LaRosa,
Kaylee Alexis Latarowitz,
Anthony William Lavdis,
Skylar Joy Lawrence,
Emma Beth Hong Lee,
Gavin Aaron Lee,
Paul Henry Lembeck,
Madison Leanne Lind,
Madison Jordan Lindsay,
Madison Ann Lissy,
Emily Leanne Litvin,
Perrin James Logan Anderson,
Angelina Marie Lombardo,
Anthony Thomas Lombardo,
Jesse Allen Long,
Erica Gracie Lawrence,
Derek Thomas Lung,
Andre Dennis Lupachuk,
Anna Marie Matichek,
Michael Patrick Main,
Abigail Ann Macaria,
Casey Viernes Malasaga,
Maxim Stefan Maris,
Savannah Jean Marchinsky,
Owen Christopher Marciniak,
Christian Michael Marone,
Paige Elizabeth Maria,
Nicole Joanne Matalicki,
Ariana Patricia Maurer, Andrew Alex McElveen,
Mackenzie Marie McIntosh,
Elliot Patrick McNeely,
Thomas Christopher Giles McWilliam,
Cole Jesse Metter,
Sierra Angeline Maynard Mead,
Madison Diane Menke,
Isabella Nicole Melnick,
Brendan Michael Merck,
Michaela Marie Metz,
Grace Suzanne Mawiney,
Samantha Jane Meyer,
Lainey Bell Mahasevich,
Stefan Milanovic,
Vanessa Ann Sarah Francis Militek,
Savannah Victoria Miller,
Tabitha May Miller,
Kylie Ann Marie Mitchell,
Daniel Lawrence Moeller,
Emily Munir Mohammed,
Anthony Lawrence Monachino,
Dominic Jordan Moncheski,
Joshua John Moner,
Kyle Mitchell Monyak,
Maya Lee Mooney,
Marissa Lee Moore,
Ryan William Moore,
Vanessa Marie Moore,
Olivia Kathleen Morgan,
Madeline Grace Mueller,
Zachary Michael Mueller,
Andrea Montine,
Ilya Montian,
Michael Anthony Morell,
Sydney Rose Myers,
Emma Lee Neal,
Emma Grace Nichols,
Ella Riley Nicholas,
Lauren Brenda Nitschke,
Janelle Autumn Nixon,
Jesse Merrick Nolte,
Nicholas Christopher Novak,
Sydney Marie Nowak,
Anthony Michael Alfredo,
Connor Ray O'Leary,
Bryson John Oliver,
Madison Teresa O'Malley,
Samantha Marie Oridi,
Catherine Ann O'Malley,
Maria Patricia Owens,
Stephen Walter Osowski,
Lily Mae Pace,
Skylar Alexis Packard,
Noah Scott Painting,
Brendan Michael Pack,
Madison Elizabeth Paletta,
Bianca Louise Papp. Isabella Victoria Parr.
Carlin James Parsons.
Sham Patel.
Samantha Nicole Patrick.
Emily Christine Pachanik.
Helena Josephine Pavlik Cruz.
Serenity Alexis Pakulis.
Ethan Alexander Pedrick.
Vivian Rose Pell.
Danielle Ann Elizabeth Pennington.
Madison Brianna Perdue.
Eliana Marie Perez.
Ruby Jayla Perez.
Lucinda Miera Pazinska.
Christopher Michael Peters.
Abigail Jacqueline Petito.
Luke Harvey Petrowski.
Grant Leopold Fleiterer.
Kaylin Jean Phillips.
Carissa Geraldine Phillips.
Michaela Cherie Phillips.
Robert Michael Piper.
Ashley Grace Pearson.
Alyssa Nicole Pinardo.
Anna Colette Paisan.
Jonathan Joseph Pahorance.
Briscoe John Poor.
Alyssa Ioana Popa.
Jacob Scott Popovich.
James Thomas Porak.
Allison Nicole Province.
Fatima Michelle Pruitt.
Marcus Christian Peru.
Megan Lynn Puro.
Matthew Thomas Puleo.
Dante Michael Ramacone.
Elisa K. Ramsey.
Brian Connor Qualis.
Mateo Juan Antonio Ramirez.
Shreya Ravi Ranganathan.
Daniel Joseph Refner.
David Matthew Regal.
J. Stewart Rickenbaugh.
Jeremy Matthew Reynolds.
Brandon Michael Rick.
Mahaley Jada Lynn Rydenor.
Lucas L. Rydell. Soren Elijah Riffle.
Lucy Ray Reiser. Hold on. Okay.
Alexander Martin Rivera.
Michael Vincent Rieta.
Katrina Ann Roberts.
Sinisa Luz Rivera. Maria Madalena Rocco.
Josefa Marie Ram.
Brianna Nicole Romano.
Samuel Anthony Romano.
Alex Daniel Rossborough.
Morgan Susan Roth.
Anthony Joseph Russell. Oh my God, is he okay?
Samantha Ann Roth.
Jarrell Douglas Russell.
Elijah Richard Sadler.
Jason Albert Safko.
Joseph Andrew Salazar Mihai.
Lindsay Faith Sanchez.
Nolia Mahala Sanders.
Jackson Matthew Sandvik.
Tyler Paul Sasala.
Nicholas David Sauer. Emily Brooke Savage.
Jessica Tony Savchuk.
Megan Grace Sawitsky.
Hope Elizabeth Sawyer.
James Edwin Scanlon.
Emma Marie Scardelletti.
Joseph Dennis Schmidt.
Anna Pauline Schmidt.
Jacob Vaughn Schneikert.
Ella Rose Schrantz.
Ryan Mitchell Schroeder.
Daniel Harvey Schultz.
Tatum Alexis Schwal.
Caitlin McHugh Schultz.
Haley Sophia Senef.
Logan Michael Seitz.
Evan Theodore Savastos.
Jacob Daniel Serwatka.
Riley Leanne Shaughnessy.
K.C. Schaefer.
Lucas Michael Shedlock.
Olivia Marie Shea.
Brandon Scott Sherwood.
Andrew Michael Chanel.
Olivia Rose Sikora.
Dylan Charles Chanel.
Michaela Catherine Simmers.
Kylie Alyssa Sikora.
Jeremy Joseph Skinner.
Caitlin Alyssa Civi.
Seth Ryan Skozen.
Mariah Grace Skosik.
Alexis Marie Samaric.
Dominic Slomsky.
Zachary William Snyder.
McKenna Lynn Smith.
Nicholas Michael Spade.
Conan David Som.
Madeline Charlotte Spiro.
Cameron Lee Sperry.
Nolan Edward Staub.
Ashton Xavier Soroka.
Nicholas Emmanuel Stamopoulos.
Allison Linton Staley.
Matthew Connor Stark.
Brandon James Stark.
Haley Olivia Stasek.
Dakota Ryan Stasek.
Jeffrey Scott Steving Jr. Emily Ann Stratman.
Gabrielle Ray Stone.
Gavin Michael Such.
Alexander Wilson Stump.
Daniel James Sunyak.
Matthew Michael Sapina.
Joseph Adam Suschek.
Travis Jacob Svensson.
Xander James Zabo.
Colton Joseph Tackett.
George Ronald Tanner.
Lillian Rose Terrace.
Anna Leah Taylor.
Gavin James Tennyson.
Gabriella Karis Tice.
O'Shea Thrasher.
Anne Mercury Todorov.
Nevaeh Marie Tolbert.
Jonathan Michael Tomasco.
Sophia Marie Temeko.
Caitlin Alexis Tonda.
Elizabeth Audrey Toulis.
Amaya Ray Torres.
Paige Suzanne Travelick.
Lillian Deborah Treppel.
Jordan Lee Trelsch.
Jordan Alexander Tucker. Jared Michael Turchek.
Lane Elizabeth Turner.
Kylie Marie Huber.
Kylie Jillian Urena.
Emma Noel Ulaki.
Jayanti Anand Opadai.
Allison Christine Utrup.
Haley Marie Van Dyke.
Janine van Stoden.
Lila Renee Vandercook.
Dylan Joshua Van Newkirk.
Caitlin Brooke Vassis.
Brinson Kaylee Vagel.
Haley Nicole Verbiak.
William Robert Joseph Visnick.
Adam Charles Wagner.
Juliana Lee Wallace Negron.
Ella Rose Weaver.
Chloe Marie Weber.
Austin Miles Weinhauer.
Preston Nicholas Werner.
Kira Lynn Whalen.
Madison Grace Wiggum.
Xavier Nicholas Whipkey.
Ramel Marquez White.
Jessica Ann Wilkes.
Emma Catherine Williams.
Robert Harold Adam Williams.
Kalina Marabella Willis.
Lucas Richard Wilmot.
George Michael Wilson III.
Charles Edward Wisniewski.
Lorna Michelle Wadzak.
Thomas Christopher Wallison.
Connor Joseph Woods.
Madison Elizabeth Wyatt.
Dominic Philip Wypasek.
Sergey Urema.
Elisa Stefani Yarnell.
Nathan Zadzilka.
Jamie Alexa Zach.
Xander Ryan Zavachin.
Nathan Vincent Zelenka.
James Edward Zielinski.
Austin Lee Zimmer.
Randy Anthony Zimmerman.
Kyle Edwin Bamerlin.
Angela Christina McKenzie.
Michael Thomas Walters.
Today marks the completion of your high school education, but as the word commencement denotes, today is a beginning as well. After the ceremony, we here on the stage and those seated around the stadium will not greet you as a student, but as a peer in an adult world. With this new position, which you assume today, go many rights and responsibilities, privileges and demands. You still have to listen to your mom, though. I believe that you are well prepared to accept those responsibilities and meet those demands. So whatever direction your future takes, I and everybody up here on stage wish you all the happiness and success. Graduates, please prepare for the singing of the alma mater. As the Brunswick High School alumni, please stand. Please move your tassel from right to left to signify your status as a Brunswick High School graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2022. Congratulations. Will the audience please rise for the singing of the alma mater? The words are found on the back of your program. Mr. Raybar, go. Marshals, report to your stations, marshals. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2022.